Our first inductee is Anti-Cripe. He's worthy of a round of applause. He's probably meant as much to as many people in the athletic department that we've ever had in this program. For my first basketball trip on the road, which is a very memorable basketball trip, side note, but that's a story for another time. We stayed in the same hotel and we became immediate great friends. And his family's amazing. Trish, I'll be there for the Super Bowl party in about an hour. Just hang out and I'll be there for months. It's going to be cool. You'll like it. It's fun. He's that family, Andy. He's one of the most respected people I've ever worked with. And he's so respected that he made the normal jump from head athletic trainer to the dean of students at a university. And I'm sure there were people on campus who didn't know Andy that were probably going, really? We're hiring the athletic trainer? But anybody who knows Andy now doesn't question it, because this is a man of integrity. He's a great man. He's a man that's helped so many people, both in terms of their physical health, their mental health. And I'm just really honored to consider him a friend. One other thing that's great about Andy is I had probably 4 people ask me, who's introducing Andy? Do you want me? I can introduce him if you want him to. But I think he made the right choice. So to introduce Anti-Cripe, he chose 3 great people. Please welcome his 3 daughters, Boppy, Lucy, and Josie Cripe.
Hi, I'm Boppy.
I'm Lucy.
And I'm Josie.
We are honored to be here tonight to recognize our dad, Anti-Cripe. Before he was the dean of students, he was the head athletic trainer here at Northwood for 19 years, which means we grew up here.
Being an athletic trainer is not a 9-to-5 job. You're there before the 6 a.m. lift and after the 7 to 9 p.m. practice, and everything in between. This meant that when we went to a Northwood sporting event, it wasn't just to watch the game, it was to see our dad. Now, for being honest, we never really watched the game. Instead of watching the game, our time was spent doing anything but.
Let us elaborate.
Did you know that the water behind the bench is for the players and not for the sweaty kids playing on the high jump mat in the back of the gym?
And on your way back from helping yourself at the water cooler, you might run into your dad sitting on the bench. If so, just give him a quick hug and get on your way.
Did you know that if you ask them enough, the rest will give you money for candy for the concession stand?
And did you know that the bucket in the training room labeled foot water is not for you to trick T-Mac into drinking while he's trying to give play-by-play updates on the game?
While all of this important business was taking place, our dad was working hard to ensure that all of the athletes were taken care of. Because of his patience, we didn't realize that Dad was working. We thought he was just enjoying the game. He was always willing to hug us back or give us the keys to the training room so we could undoubtedly make a mess in there. All the while, Dad was keeping his eyes on the game.
This patience that Dad showed us was undeniably shown to every athlete who walked through the training room doors. Dad is kind and empathetic and pushes everyone to be their best. He made each athlete feel like they were his top priority and treated them like family. We can attest to this from our experiences seeing the relationships that he formed with the athletes. Dad has walked athletes out on senior night. We had athletes babysit us when we were younger. We hosted team dinners at our house, and when former athletes see Dad around campus, they're always so excited to see him. And we can tell the connection is from his time as the athletic trainer, because instead of calling him Dean Cripe, they greet him with, Cripe!
Dad is so deserving of this honor because of the time and energy that he poured into this institution and its athletes. He was there for so many people, whether it was driving them to their doctor's appointments, giving them a shoulder to cry on, or celebrating with them when they were able to return to their sport. Because of his dedication to the athletes and their journeys, there has been a Tim B. Award named after him, the Anti-Cripe Award for Perseverance, awarded every year to athletes who have shown exceptional persistence when faced with adversity.
Dad is such a role model to us, and we know that he is to so many others as well because of his commitment to community building and making Northwood a better place. We are so proud of our dad, and it is humbling to see that others look up to our dad as much as we do. Dad, thank you for always providing us with such an amazing environment to grow up in. With that, we are proud to introduce the next member of the class of 2021 Hall of Fame, Anti-Cripe. We love you, Dad.
Ira, thank you. I needed that. Wow, what an honor. First, I have to start with some thank yous. Thank you to the athletic trainer colleagues that I've had over the years. We have been an incredible team, and I consider this an honor for all of us. Some of you are still here today and continuing that great work. And John, I hope you get, one of these days you get that Airdyne bike fixed eventually. But what a great honor it's been to work and serve and practice athletic training with all of you. To the doctors that I've worked with, what an incredible team they've been. I've learned so much from them, specifically Dr. Scory, which I'm sure a lot of you know, Dr. Main. What a great team we've been. To Central Michigan University and the student athletic trainers that have come over and helped us. Couldn't have done it without them. And then certainly without our work study students that we've had in the athletic training room. They sweated and moved things and carried things so that we can keep our eyes where they needed to be. To my mom. Can you clap for her? To my mom, who's here tonight. I don't know if you know this or not, but Mom, you were the inspiration for me doing this. When you went back to school to get your nursing degree, during the summer when I wasn't throwing racquetballs at cars or running around in the yard and doing stupid stuff with my brother, sometimes I would actually grab some of your textbooks, and I still actually have the anatomy and physiology book that you had. And I'd sit on that staircase on the house on 8th Street next to the bookcase, and I was fascinated by the human body and its functions and systems. And it was because of you and your courage to go back to school as an adult when you had a family already that I ended up doing what I have done for so many years. And you continue to inspire people. You faced down cancer and won, not once, but twice. Sorry. To these three, beautiful inside and out. And they've already told a lot of the stories, but thank you guys for going to bed late to stay at basketball games. Thank you for sacrificing and giving up maybe a playground or something you'd rather do to sit at a football game. I love you both, or all three of you, sorry. I love you all. And I'm very thankful that God has blessed me with you guys. And to Trish, you are not the most important thing in my life. You are my life. You're an incredible mom and an incredible wife, my best friend, and you carry the flag of this family, and you keep us moving forward every day, so thank you for your support. Sometimes I come home and I talk about Northwood so much, I think she feels like she runs the place sometimes, so thank you for that. When I started at Northwood in January 1996, I was 25 years old, and I thought I knew everything. I didn't know anything. I was pretty good at what I was doing, but over the years, Northwood has taught me so much, and I've learned so much from the student athletes, the coaches, the administrators, and Northwood in general. And I've got a ton of stories. It's been said that a picture is worth 1,000 words. And in a similar way, you could say that an athletic trainer's career is worth 1,000 stories. Some fit for a Hall of Fame induction ceremony, some not. But there's 3 lessons that I really took away and I'd like to share with you tonight. And that is, first and foremost, that every day is a precious gift from God. And I learned that from our student athletes as I watched them come in as freshmen, and I sat across the table from them, and they were wide-eyed, and you knew they were nervous and scared, but they calmed their fears, and they sat up tall, and they tried to give you a good conversation. And then, like that, 4 years later, you're looking into those same eyes, walking through a locker room, and they've just played their last game. So every day is a precious gift from God. Secondly, perspective and balance is so very important. And I learned that from our head football coach. As soon as the football game was over, he'd be out on the field throwing the football with his 3 young sons. And if you had arrived after the football game was over and the scoreboard was turned off, you would have no idea whether or not Northwood had just won or lost. He flipped a switch and he became a dad. And he was a dad. So I learned that from him. And the last thing I've learned at Northwood, and it's certainly a mantra for the whole university, is to go mad. The very fact that I stand before you today speaks for the type of place that Northwood is. Athletic trainers work behind the scenes. We're not in the limelight. We quietly go about our business supporting the student athletes physically, emotionally, socially, mentally, all these things. And we're not meant to be in the limelight. But because Northwood believes in making a difference and that every person matters, I stand before you. And so I have taken it as a personal charge to pay that forward and to make a difference in as many lives as I can. And so please remember, as members of the Northwood family, which you all are, that every day is a gift from God. Have balance and perspective, and to make a difference. Go mad. With that, thank you to the committee for this incredible honor. Thank you to Northwood University. It's truly unbelievable. Thank you all for being here tonight. Thanks.